think you guys are probably the first to film in as long as I can remember. So this is very cool. We are excited for you.
Most truckers never get to see past the showroom floor, but today we go all the way inside. We're at the Volvo Trucks primary manufacturing facility located in Dublin, Virginia, where the Volvo VNL is born. From the first weld to the end of the assembly line, this is a BulkLoads feature with Volvo.
So where are we heading to right now?
So we are going to head over to Plant 2 first, and we're going to bypass the Plant 1 area. I'll show you a couple things out the right side of the van that you're going to be looking at. So as we leave the customer center, the first thing that you're going to see on the right side of the van here is the paint shop. And this is for both plastic parts and the cab. And this is the paint shop where all of our cabs and hoods and plastic parts are going to be painted. The next time you'll see those painted parts, they'll be going on a truck in Plant 1. Now, where we're heading now is Plant 2, and this is an all-new operation for us. And this operation was designed specifically for the all-new VNL and the all-new VNR cab to be produced. So the first thing we'll see is the body in white, which is the actual welding of the cab itself. So all of the different pieces and parts will be welded together in this area to a complete body, and then it will be brought over to the paint shop. It looks much more like a distribution center or a warehouse than a plant. If you're looking at it, it has docks all along the front, also has docks all along the back. And that is because all the parts for this plant are just in time. So everything is on a rolling warehouse. So we bring everything into trailers, funnel them into the building just as needed.
Wow.
Jared, what you'll see to my left here is the left-hand side area being produced. And this is a straight-through shop, but on both sides of that center assembly line, we're building both the left-hand side and the right-hand side.
Got it.
You can see on this area what is being built in this particular cell. So if you look in the blue part of that sign, you'll see that left-hand side being built. So that's going to be true for all of these sub-assemblies. And then over into the center is where the cab is actually being welded up fully and produced. Everything you see here is going to be high-strength steel, with the exception of some ultra high strength areas. So we have some ultra high strength areas right here above the door area. And that's what really helps with that survivable space that's going to be crucial to your drivers if they have ever been a severe accident. So these operations are building those parts up, and then they'll funnel over into the middle. It may sound kind of strange to talk about fuel efficiency when you're talking about the body in white, but it is super important that that cap goes through the air properly. And Cody can probably tell us a little bit more about really what's happening and the nuts and bolts of what's happening with the machines here.
So this side right here, I don't know if you can see that fixture. So that's actually building the outer part of the left-hand side. And then there's a load area on the other side, which you can see down there on the farthest skid. That's building the inner. And after both of them weld up together, they'll merge into the complete side, and you'll get the weld studs. And after it's completed the whole cycle through, it'll go up into the overhead conveyor, like he was saying. And we'll have a robot pick it out of there and put it on to the floor structure, and it'll merge with the left hand and right hand side.
You mentioned cells, so that's how you kind of categorize the areas by different cells.
Yep, so there's different cells for each area, and all of these particular cells are a lockout tagout area. So if Cody needs to go in there and work on it or do anything in the cell, that particular cell would stop, but not the complete shop. This is just one piece of the left-hand side. If we move down a little bit further, we can actually see a few more pieces of that operation and see some of the robots moving. You'll see this shop is mainly robotic, with some very skilled folks like Cody working in this shop to make everything run. And in Plant 1, you'll see a lot of human interaction with the vehicle itself. So what you're seeing out ahead of you there is some sub-assemblies for the Firewall, and this is actually the Firewall being built. And when those go into the center lane, that'll be married with the floor pan And that's really the start of the cab itself. Cody can tell us a little bit more about how that comes together.
Yes, so when the firewall goes in, that's pretty much the start of the cab because it merges with the floor. And after the firewall is put on, you'll see this cell here. It's making your roof inners. So the roof inners will merge. It'll go in and sit on top with the fixture in the cell. This cell here also makes the door ring for the left-hand side. So it'll go onto a cart and then we'll take it down so the left-hand side has the correct parts to put in. But after we start with the firewall back to the centerpiece.
And when you say firewall, what is the firewall? Where is that inside the?
So that's the dash.
The dash. Okay. So this
the
is the dash.
Yep. The dash. And then on the outside of the firewall would be the engine and everything. But when it's merging together with the floor, you're also merging the rear wall of the cab together in that same area on the center line.
So all that's super important, Jared. So later on, when we see the cab actually being decked onto the chassis, that'll all make sense as to why all those tolerances are so important. We must have perfect fit when we go together.
Yep.
And also for that survivable area for the driver. And that firewall plays a big role in keeping the engine away from the driver. And the engine will actually come down and out. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we're over in the plant 1 area.
So if something's not in tolerance, can it be reshaped or remolded, or is it kicked out?
It's kicked out.
Kicked out, yeah.
And we'll have to remake that.
Okay.
And worst case scenario, we reject a complete cab, which is not what we want to do. But we will do that if necessary, because the last thing we want to do is put your driver in something that's not right.
100%.
Cody, thanks for your time today.
Thank y'all. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll head from here to plant 1.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So now we're heading to plant 1.
Yes, so we're going to leave plant 2, head over to plant 1. And the cabs will be leaving plant 2 and going directly over to our e-coat process. So what's happening there, we're going to take a little bit of a ride, but the plant is really close, back door to back door. So about 200 yards diagonally is where the cabs are going to travel. So we'll travel those over to the e-coat process. They'll go in for their e-coat bath. So they'll be cleaned, rinsed, and then they'll go in upside down to the e-coat bath, and we'll electronically coat them with a primer. So that gives us a high corrosion resistance because we get into all of those places, all of the cross members that you saw being put together, and that allows us to get in that whole area. From there, they go directly into the paint shop, so they don't go outside again. The next time we'll see those cabs is both on the assembly line and in the cab paint inspection area. As we enter plant 1, this is the original to the site, so built in 1975. You'll see some solar panels on the right. Those are powering some of the lighting here. And as we talked this morning, sustainability is really important to us, not just with our vehicles, but with how we produce our vehicles. So all the power that we purchase here is renewable, so all renewable electricity, and the closest example of that is really a hydroelectric dam that's right near us. So we have the New River flowing through this area, right through the New River Valley, and we're able to utilize that to power the factory here. Jared, so as we enter our administration building, this is the welcome center for Plant 1. This is where our management teams are working, engineering teams, and our sales teams. And as you can see, we have our core values that we discussed this morning right on the wall. So quality, safety, environmental care are super important to us in our trucks, as well as our manufacturing process. And this is not just something that's on the wall, it's something that we try to embody in all of our employees, and this is part of our orientation and training and our introduction to Volvo, so to speak.
Awesome.
Okay? From here, we're going to head out to the shop floor, and we'll see a little bit about how the all-new VNL is built. And the first thing that we're going to see is the chassis being produced. One thing that we don't really talk about is our rate of production, but I can tell you my dad started here in 1975. It was actually White Motor Company then, and when he started here, they were doubling their production, going from 3 to 6 trucks. So you can see that the building has scaled quite a bit over time. And that's why when we go through this process, you're going to see the truck snake through the process quite a bit today. If we were to have a straight line process, much like we saw in Plant 2, you'd need miles of building. And this original site is not really produced for that. So That's why you see it go through in so many different ways. So Jared, this is where our front and rear axle sub-assemblies are going to be sub-assembled and then consequently brought over to the assembly line. So this is where the front axles are decked, the rear axles are decked, and we're connected to the prop shaft. So we're starting to go from that perimeter frame to an actual chassis. And later on today, when you get to drive the truck, you'll feel this suspension working. So you'll feel the stability of the suspension and the comfortable ride that we can provide with this suspension that we see put together.
It's crazy to see them upside down.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? And that's really for ergonomics purposes. So the most ergonomic way for me to work on that is to reach here. And that allows us to obviously keep the operator in a good ergonomic position. If they're in a good ergonomic position, they can build more quality into the truck. So we try to keep them as comfortable as we can throughout the day, much like we try to keep your driver as comfortable as possible in the truck.
So this frame's a lot shorter than this one.
Yep, so that's a 4x2. That next one is going to be a 6x4. And
what does that mean?
The 4x2 is a shorter chassis. It has one steer axle, one drive axle. The 6x4 is going to have a drive axle, two drive axles and one steer axle. And most likely there's a cab difference there as well. So that's going to be a day cab, the shorter frame.
Okay.
The other one's going to be a sleeper application.
Well, this.
Oh, this job about 3 or 4 years.
Okay, and then total with the company?
26.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, but in here, so you're doing the steering assembly?
Right.
So explain that a little bit more. Like, what is?
Well, the steering gear comes up on a kit, but they'll have a pivot arm and a drag link, and over in all those crates we have the steering gears. And I just take them and assemble them, put them together, run them through all the torque things, and and then I hang them on here, and then we push them across, and they put them on the frame.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, really.
Otherwise,
The truck won't steer.
it's a Volvo. They're kind of known for their steering, right? I mean, that's like one thing they talk about. Like you just,
the dynamic steering. I watch Ryan when he's talking to people, and he's breaking down about running the curbs. Instead of it throwing you on the other side of the truck, it'll kind of let you get it back in the road.
Awesome. Well, let's get back to work. Thank
All
you
right,
so
man.
much. God
Appreciate
bless
you,
you.
man. God
Appreciate
bless
it.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Jared, what you're seeing right here behind us, this is the engine line. So this is how we groom up our engines to get ready for the chassis. So we've seen the cab coming together, we've seen the chassis coming together, now we need to start getting the engine ready to go. So engines are produced in Hagerstown, Maryland, and transmissions are produced there as well by our Volvo facility. And they're gonna come in much as you see them here to our left. And when they come in, the first operation is to get the clutch installed. And this AGV line is going to help the operator with that quite often. So it's going to come to the right height in the right station. So we'll get the clutch installed, we'll come up to the transmission installation, it'll raise up, and we can put the I-shift transmission on as well. The rest of this assembly line is going to be where we install the alternator and the AC compressor and the cooling package complete. Gets it all ready to go inside the chassis.
Jared Flynn.
Brennan Green. Nice to meet you.
So you're an engineer?
Was an engineer. Was a manufacturing engineer for this area.
Okay.
I was manufacturing engineer for about 5 years back here.
So your main role now is?
My main role, I've taken a step into supervision of this line.
Okay.
So this is a brand new assembly line here. We launched it in August. It used to be in an old area. We moved over here with new technology. So I was responsible for gathering the requirements and helping with the design of this. So now I'm taking the ownership of it, seeing it through, dealing with the day-to-day upkeep of it.
Yeah. You seem relatively young to have a pretty good high position. That's awesome. How have you advanced so? It seems like you've went the ranks.
It's different in the way of advancement here. It's definitely a leap in my career, I'd say. I'm trying to advance myself, so I'm trying to take the opportunity and learn and grow in this role. I've kind of tried to be that way most of my career. Just look for the appropriate path and try to help out the team as much as I can.
Your background or degrees in engineering?
Industrial system.
Did you have any? You didn't have any ties to trucking before this?
Nothing. No. Completely blind to it. I didn't know anything about heavy-duty trucks.
What is I guess what's been kind of some surprises that you've learned about trucking?
I'd say like the variation. Variation's wild. Like, the amount of differences, engine to engine, truck to truck, and how we manage it, it's awesome. Like mean, you get trucks that come down the line that are identical, but a lot of them have variation. So
Yeah.
the way that we manage that every day and the way that we get a quality product off the line, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fun to be part of it.
I was actually surprised, like all the custom orders, but like how the assembly line can have there's so many different specs on that truck.
Yeah.
Which I would think that like you'd have one line running just one specification and then you change the line. But yeah, I've been impressed that like you can have a day cab, whatever model, and then different one, and yeah, just depending on that client.
Right.
What do you spend most time doing in a shift here? Is it talking to other people, working with other people, like looking at systems?
So now in a supervision role, it's more of trying to improve our daily quality, our daily uptime. So looking at the constant repetitive issues that we're having, try to put fixes and checks in place so we can remove those issues as quickly as possible. That's mainly what I've been doing, and then managing the people, making sure that we have the right people on the job for the day. If somebody's out, you need to figure out who's going to cover the job, who knows it the best, to make sure that we maintain quality products.
Yeah. It's crazy as far as you've advanced in the efficiency, there's always room to keep making that process better.
Yeah, there's definitely tons of room for continuous improvement. We're constantly driving that.
So obviously the engine's off this one.
Yep, so this AGV is going to return to home base and it'll get ready for the next engine to go through that process. So the first processes you saw were the clutch being installed, the transmission being installed, and then we talked to the operator there as they were working on the engine. And you can see to the back side of the engine now has the I-shift transmission on. We also have the airbox, the cooling packages going on here. So we'll put that all into the chassis as an assembly. And you'll be able to feel that transmission a little bit later in the ride and drive today. So that transmission is about 30% faster than our legacy version. And you can feel that seamless shifting when we're driving later today.
I just learned, I didn't know that. And can you speak on, Volvo was really the first to come out with the automatic transmission?
We were the leaders in the AMT, which is what we refer to as an automated manual transmission. So the gearbox itself functions much like a manual transmission, and we have actuation that changes the gears for the driver. So makes it a seamless process for the driver. Again, reducing that fatigue. Also keeping you in the right gear at the right time for maximum fuel efficiency.
Yeah, that's... So the engine's being lifted off here?
Yeah, so this will change actually pretty soon. So the engine's lifted off here, it's put on a carrier and moved over. And we are constantly changing the assembly line to build a better quality into the vehicle, to make it more ergonomic and user-friendly for our operators. You'll get to see that engine decking in a little bit. And then actually the engine's going to sit down inside the frame. And the advantage there, if we're down inside the frame, if there is a forward collision, say your driver hits another truck or an embankment or anything of that nature, that engine's going to break away, it's going to come down and out underneath me. So if you're driving that truck, it's not going to come into that cabin and protrude into the firewall that we saw being built this morning, but it's going to come down and out away from the driver, keeping the driver safe.
Jared Flynn.
How you doing, Jared?
Yeah, Jared.
Doing?
Yeah. How long you been here?
I started work here in August of 97.
97.
Yeah. So
you're going on
pretty good while.
27 years?
Yep.
28 years?
28 years.
Wow.
So, been a while.
How many jobs have you had, like within?
5.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 jobs, real good jobs. So I can't complain.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What do you currently do?
Right now I'm kind of a repair here at the battery box section. And I was the first one that started training on this. So if somebody comes over and they need a little help, I can jump in there and help them, show them what they need to do. So it's kind of repair, trainer kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
are you from this area?
yes, I'm from Floyd, Virginia. It's probably about 50 more minutes back towards Blue Ridge Parkway. Kind of a long drive, not too bad.
Yeah.
Pretty scenery.
I've heard just talking to other people, like there's a lot of people that drive a ways in to work here.
Yes,
Why is
sir.
that?
This is a good place. You know, it's a spectacular place to work, good environment, and you know, it's clean here. A lot of people, you know, they come out of the mines and stuff like that. This job right here is just excellent for them. You know, it's a nice place to work. Everything's run well, and it just, it's probably the top tier place to try to come work.
Oh, nice. You ever talked to any drivers that have drove these trucks? Like, have you ever seen them out driving and ever spoke with the people that actually are using them for work and hauling?
Yes, I have. I've spoken to a few, like, if I stop at like a filling station, I ask them, how you like it? And they say, I love it. It drives good, smooth. So, yeah, I get a little feedback every once in a while from them.
I would just think that'd be cool to see. Talk to somebody that's actually, it's kind of cool. You can see the fruit of your labor.
Yeah. I enjoy going down the interstate and seeing something I know I've probably laid my hands on and built.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pride thing.
What's your role here, Alexis?
I test the dashes to make sure everything runs properly before they get put in the truck.
So specifically, you're making sure that all the fuses, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all of your 12 volts, your C plugs, everything works before it goes in.
Okay. How long have you been here?
I've been here 8 years.
Okay. Nice. What attracted you to Volvo?
My uncle used to work here when he was a little bit older than me. And he's the one that, now my dad works here and my husband works here. We all work here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is a family affair.
It very much is.
That's awesome. What other roles have you had before this?
So I've done kick panels. I've been an absentee. I've put hard shells on. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's cool. What would you say about the culture here at Volvo?
It's very family friendly here. Like, my whole family's here just about. So, I mean, we really enjoy it. Benefits are good. The supervisors are good to us. So
I heard that there's a lot of European influence, so like even vacations and time off is really, really good.
Yeah, and
Holidays.
our vacations and shutdowns work out great for my kids because it's usually about the same from when they're out of school.
So this is the newer Dash, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you talk what's different about the newer Dash compared to the older ones?
Well, it's bigger for one. It's a lot more detailed. There's a lot more that goes into this one than the old one, but the breakdown is better overall. It's easier to fix before it gets put in the truck. It's just overall, it's a better Dash. It's easier to work on. It's easier to get into places and get things than the old one is.
So you'll get, when these come through here, you'll know specifically what customization needs to go.
Yeah, so when they order it, it all goes on the computer, and the computer tells me what kind of keys they get and all the little details, what we're looking for.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, Alexis.
No problem.
So your role at the plant today is?
I'm a team facilitator.
Okay. So what does that mean?
I have a group that if they need anything, like gloves, instructions on something, hardware, parts, just whatever, I get them what they need.
How many people is that you're?
Right now, I actually only have 9. There's some of us that actually in the plant that have up to 22. So it's variable. Over the years, I've been here 26 years. And over the years, I have done and had just people moving around, different areas, different people. So I know pretty much all of this line. And so one of my jobs, like being with the team, is we actually help each other. It's a team thing. And so a lot of the guys I work with, we just jump in, like, if you need something, I got you. Even if you're not on my team, I still help you. It's all about team. So it don't matter who you are, we all try to help each other out.
I said for 26 years, you know
a lot.
Yeah, you got a lot of.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've been anywhere from a regular 01, which is a regular assembler. I was an absentee, which means like if anybody lays out or has vacation, I just do their job. Yeah, it's just I jump in there, do that job that day, and I like that more. I'm more of a chaos kind of person. And so if I get thrown into the mix on something, I strive in that situation.
That's almost your sweet spot.
It is.
So any given day, you're constantly moving, right?
Oh yeah, I go, like I'm all up now. Like today I've been from the end of Flat Top to the other end of the warehouse. All day long day.
Really?
Yeah. I get the miles in.
You track your steps.
Oh,
so it's a good community here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're really tight knit. So like, if somebody ever needs something, we're all like, hey, such and such needs this. And it's a good place to work.
Yeah. So awesome. Well, I'll let you get back after it. Thank you, Red. God bless you. Appreciate it. How many stories is that?
It's 8 stories. Yeah. So this is our automated storage and retrieval system. So the cabs that we saw being built this morning have now been painted. and they're gonna come into this area. And this is where we sequence them for the assembly line. So this is all robotic area, so the lights are off. Energy saving idea from the operators. And these will come out at the perfect time for the assembly process. And this houses both the cab, the hood, all the plastic parts ready to go.
So that robot can pick whatever one it needs?
Yeah, so if you think about it like a little train car inside there, it has lanes that go down and it goes down through the middle, picks out the skid that it needs and puts it right into the process.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So we're gonna head over to the cab inspection area for when it comes out of paint. So it'll come out of paint and go through an inspection process. And that's what this next operator is gonna talk you through.
So you're the inspector?
Yes, I am the inspector. I'm a painter inspector. They are actually in quality, but I actually do the inspector. I've worked everywhere in the plant in paint, just in paint. I've been in paints for 37 years here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is my 37th year. Yeah, we go through the whole cab. We put most of our emphasis on the outside. That's where the customer's going to see everything, and everybody riding down the road's going to see everything. So we try to keep everything in line. If I have any issues that keep coming up, I'll contact my supervisor. We'll go over things, and I've got ideas of what's causing it. Because, like I say, we've been through the fire of everything you fix, and everything has been tore up, and it's just a common knowledge of repetitive issues that pop up out of the blue somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go around, check out the doors, label it, put the labels on them so the proper parts will stay with the cab itself. If they get misappropriated, they know which cab it goes to. That way everything's back in line. So this one deemed a good truck, and we add the extra labels for the parts we can't get to, which are up underneath on this one, and they'll ride with the truck.
All right, so as we leave plant one, we're gonna head back over to the customer center. We'll get to see the Spirit of NRV truck right out front, and we'll get to see the first truck that was built here. But you can see on the wall here, global passion and local pride. Obviously, Volvo is a global company based in Gothenburg, but we have a lot of local pride right here in the NRV. With this factory celebrating the 50th anniversary, 50th year it's been here, very deeply rooted in the community, and lots of second generation, even some third generation employees. So something that's near and dear to us, not just a tagline. So Jared, we're gonna come out and take a look at the Spirit of NRV vehicle that was built here. And that's another one of those projects that was built by the employees really to create the team atmosphere. Now this truck right next to us is the Spirit of NRV. You'll notice it's a very custom truck.
Yeah.
It's a heavy duty chassis with a custom 4-door cab that the operators built. And if you look closely, you'll see all the operators' names that work in the factory. So this is something that's really a tribute to the people that are putting trucks together every day. If you come at quitting time or break time, you'll see people out here looking for their name because this is a recent design on this truck. So a lot of pride right here in the NRV.
So this this
is brand new.
Brand new.
The truck has been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
Since probably about 2011, 2012, and it's had different paint schemes based on what we're doing, and this is for the 50th anniversary. Now, another interesting vehicle we have, Jared, is this Wilson Trucking Corporation. This is one of the first Volvo branded trucks that was built here. And this is a 1982 model.
Wow.
And it's really a good idea of how far we've come over the years.
So was this a used truck that then you guys got back?
Yeah, so the Wilson Corporation, when they finished with this truck, it was the first one they bought from us. Mr. Wilson restored this and had it in his lobby. So he sold us this truck back for $1 when he retired. He said, this needs to go somewhere where it's appreciated. You can see even the vintage Volvo swag inside.
Oh, yeah.
And this one should be open. We can get in it. So hop in there.
Man, oh man.
Like it's 1982 again, right?
Smells like it too.
Smells like 1982.